So in the last episode, I left you with a lot of phyllo pastry, and if you've not watched the last episode, please do watch it. It's a detailed episode on how to make phyllo pastry. It's totally worth it. And now, let's make some baklava. So for a beautiful baklava, we will need a bake dish. Here I have a bake-proof glassware. Alongside, you will of course need some phyllo. Now you have the option of buying store-bought phyllo pastry or phyllo pastry made at home. And for a detailed episode on how to make the world's best phyllo pastry at home, watch my previous episode. Here, I made these on the previous day. I sealed them tight and I was able to keep them in the fridge overnight. And it's looking fantastic. It's come out super thin. And this is how you store it. Seal them tight and they can be stored for weeks. Now, more than the phyllo though, baklava is really about its filling, which is the nuts. Here I have 2 parts pistachios, 1 part walnuts, and 1 part almonds. Traditionally though, you'd go completely with pistachios. Now in between the layers of phyllo, you will need some fat, and I'm using ghee. But my vegan friends, don't you worry. You can replace the ghee with some oil. And this is it. These are all the ingredients you need to build a baklava. Now before we move on to building one, I am going to cut my phyllo pastry to the size of my bake sheet. Now the last thing we need to work on is our nuts, for which it is time for Mr. Food Processor. I must add that these pistachios are pre-toasted and pre-salted. And if your nuts are not salted, do add a touch of salt. It is simply going to elevate your dish. So the only thing I'm going to add is a dash of cinnamon, say about 1/4 of a teaspoon. Be very careful when you add cinnamon, because a little bit of cinnamon goes a very long way and it could get very overwhelming. Now when you do process your nuts, you want to retain some texture. So do process them to a sort of a coarse texture. Think of granulated sugar, because you want to retain some mouthfeel. And that is the texture I was looking for. It should remind you of the sand of the beach. And now ladies and gentlemen, it is time to start layering up. Start off by adding a teaspoon of ghee to the bottom of your bake dish. After spreading it with your pastry brush, add your first layer of phyllo. Now you have to thoroughly grease each subsequent layer of your phyllo. You retain the option of greasing every 2 layers, the logic being that every one side of your phyllo has to be greased. So I'm greasing every layer. Now the accepted number of layers of pastry for your bottom is about 4 or 5. Anything lesser, your baklava might not be strong enough to hold shape. So after this 4th layer, I am going to be layering in my nuts. Now I've decided to have 2 layers, which is why I'm going to go in with half the amount of nuts. But you can have 1 layer and add in all your nuts right away. You could even have 3 layers. Between the layers of your nuts, it is best to add about 2 layers of phyllo. So after these 2 layers, I'm going to add the remainder of my nuts, after which I am going to build the top layer. For the top layer, it is best to replicate the number of layers you've put in the bottom. So if you've gone with 4 layers at the bottom, add another 4 layers on top. Your topmost layer must be very well greased, because it will be exposed to the heat the most. Now just like a basbousa, we need to pre-shape this. Now if you don't have a very sharp knife, or you're not confident enough to cut this, an easy way out is to place this in the fridge and cut it after the butter firms up. If you're confident enough, go for it right away. When it comes to shaping, you can shape it the way you want. You can go for an easy square or the more traditional diamond shaped. Once it's all pretty, place it in a 180 degrees Celsius preheated oven for 40 to 45 minutes. So our baklava is ready and it's in the oven, and this is the time you want to make your simple syrup. For our simple syrup, you will need equal parts water and equal parts sugar. So this is 1 cup of water with 1 cup of sugar. Drop the sugar straight into your water and bring your mixture to a boil. To your simple syrup, you must add a little bit of citric. This is less than a teaspoon of lemon juice. I am also going to be adding a stick of cinnamon. What the cinnamon is going to do is add a lovely earthy flavor to the whole dish. Let your simple syrup boil for at least 5 minutes before you dispense it off into another container. What I would recommend though is you retain the cinnamon stick so it could infuse all its flavor in your syrup. And 45 minutes later, our baklava is ready. Now you could keep this in the oven for a little longer and get a deeper brown color, but I'm pretty satisfied. Now all that's left is to pour over our simple syrup. Now it would certainly be wise for you not to add the entire 1 cup of syrup that we made. Start off with about half a cup and add more only if you think the baklava is a little too dry. If not, in my opinion, half a cup should do the trick. So we're gonna have to wait for this to come to room temperature before we call for service. And it is time to serve. For garnish, I've got a little bit of pistachios because everybody deserves a little bit of pretty. Now give yourself a couple of pieces of baklava and that is it. Deliciousness. And that's how you make baklava. Now baklava is had best at room temperature, but I like it really hot. Some hot baklava with a little bit of vanilla ice cream is just fantastic. And if you've liked what I've made in this episode and if you've been liking what I've been making, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.